Right, minions. You should all be on siege stance, so do some sieging. Ah, you no longer have enough troops. Okay, I'm going to split you in half. We're going to send half of you there and half of you to Ponne. Or Ponant, or whatever the hell it's called. Ponant. Ponent. I don't know how letters are pronounced in Spanish. I know a little bit about French pronunciation, but Spanish pronunciation... no idea. Not taught that in school. I see you over there. We're going to be too far away to really reinforce, I think. Although they're sending in more and more troops. We're sending in more and more troops. You're... hello? What kind of terrain is this? Hills, -1. Oh, interesting. This is a fight I would like to get involved with. That's a fight I was not watching properly. Sod. 9,000 against 12,000 would have been far better. I was watching these guys a little bit too closely. Yeah, I have a feeling you're about to get stacked there, I'm afraid. That was entirely on me. Ooh, we got lucky. We're going to move... ooh. Right. Yeah, attach the army. Really? Oh! My phone... that place is blocking you. Well, bugger! So is that where you're actually going? Yes, except for the Navarran troops aren't. So we're going to meet you here. This is going to be 11,000 troops. We have the general. They're still... nope, we are the same tech now. Watching ad for bits, not a thing, won't let you. Aw, Colinas, thank you very much for the bits. I appreciate that. I think that bit hunting is still not a thing in Britain either. Maybe it's European, I'm not sure. Or not European, rather. Right, let's fight them. Get there quickly! Being outnumbered is not a good thing. Come on, come on, come on. Gotcha. Alright, so we actually have less morale and less discipline than they do. But we have far superior cavalry numbers. And also they were on low morale when we started the fight. So it looks like this is going to be our victory, but it's a costly one. It's a good thing that Navarra didn't get in. We're only appointing the most select because once again we are trying to keep everything. Peterco became a new cardinal. That's good. How are we doing in terms of keeping it? Let's invest a little bit more so we can keep this institution as corrupt as physically possible. 60%. This is actually coming a lot closer than I would have liked. So Sicily just backed out and Aragon just backed out. That was a high war score victory. That's good. Let's see if we can go and intercept them. Because we got the army here. Once Girona falls, we'll be able to move through this area at will. And we could get another technology, which is admin. I'm going to hold off because we're going to have some coring to do. No, we're not. They're cores already. I know this. Alright, how are they looking now? Sicily still wants in the fight. They are still no closer to giving up. But we've taken a fort now, which is a good thing. We still have complete control over the north. Craftsmen abandon their workshops. Bribe them. Right, now we're losing money, but that's because we lost a bit of manpower. It'll be restored soon enough. Oh, Barcelona's their capital. Of course it is. Yeah, that's going to really help the war score. A new champion of the joust. During a recent jousting tournament, an unheralded commoner surprised all in attendance by besting everyone who faced him until he was declared the champion. Now we face the awkward decision of what to do with him. So we can make him into a 100 tradition general. Or gain legitimacy. The problem is, my legitimacy is already very low. And if I let it sink much lower, then I'm going to have severe civil war problems. However, if I tighten the rules and increase my legitimacy, that's actually going to get rid of the civil war. It's just gone. No, because if I took the general, then I would have the less than X legitimacy. I'm not entirely sure what the number is, like 30%. Then the civil war takes up even higher, and then I cannot resist it. It just happens. Spy Master died. Let's get a new guy in. Still going with the level 1s. Trade efficiency or interest per annum. I don't have any loans, so the interest per annum is kind of pointless for me. So we're going to go and get the tax collector who increases trade efficiency and taxes, which are both things I like. I mean, when I'm the one collecting them. Paying them kind of sucks. You have cannons. Let's go and increase that. How much longer will Sicily fight? A while. Well, after this, we might well be in a position to take more territory than I was expecting. So let's go ahead and cancel the war reparations, then we can have a look at, for example, taking that. Maybe that. You won't give me that one because we haven't taken these. You will, however, consider giving me this. Let's boost money as well. In fact, what's the downside to this? 188 countries get over aggressive expansion, but none enough to actually care. Pleasantries exchanged. Good. Okay, we've taken Aragon's capital. We're working on Navarra's capital. I think we want to go and take that. That's still a 10,000 man army, which is slightly concerning. You're probably going up this way. We don't want to get caught by this army, despite people suiciding into them. Yeah, I think you're going to try and lift the siege up here. So we want to make sure that we have enough troops in the environs to counter that. Steam's just telling you that I'm playing EU4. A little bit late. And there are the cores. So, civil war is now definitely overcome. So if the general were a thing now, then maybe I would accept. Right, we couldn't peace out Sicily even if I wanted to. They're a vassal. And you're going to try and retake that. I am okay with this. Oh, no, you're all moving now. Probably to go after Barcelona. Yeah. Right, well, let's go and intervene in that particular effort. It's a proper fort, so we should be able to just, whoops, group and jump. Unfortunately, we don't have our shock general assigned. Our shock general's still over there. You know what? Let's go and kill this army. Case comes before the papal court, and the papal states are willing to pay me for the effort of ruling in their favour. Very well, I accept. Very generous of you, Pope. Very generous. Oh, he jumped in with everything. And the discipline of Auvergne sucks. It's actually -2. Minimal loot burden. Oh, because I'm carrying so much money. Everything's gone weaker. Wow, we are kicking their ass. Okay, apparently this doesn't apply to my entire army, just theirs. It's only the general that counts for both. We did a huge amount of damage. I'm not entirely sure why my army is this strong. It doesn't feel like it should be. Also, we seem to be lacking a rider. Maybe that's why, we're just stampeding everything. Nope, sorry. Can't wait to do the multiplayer with the guys. Plan on watching your point of view and listening to you in the background. I intend to. It depends on whether the others are streaming it or not. But that should be a good game. The games that Ben, Roach, and I have done in the past, and Bob, they've been amazing, and we're bringing in more people now as well. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a big multiplayer going to happen once Dharma is out. We're still working out the details though, so I can't say more than that. I have Glitterhoof as a general. Yes, yes I do. See, I don't need the 100 tradition general, I have Glitterhoof. Right, there goes that one. Now they're getting a bit... Ooh, hello. We've taken Constantine with that... Ah, of course! I totally forgot this was a thing. Yoink! So this is also going to flip to me soon. I totally forgot that was a thing. Right, so we're going to move half of you over there and half of you down here. You've just taken that. So we're going to split you in half of you there, half of you here. We did not shatter Aragon's army, so they could well be back again, but the sieging on these areas should be relatively quick. Hoping you stream it just for selfish reasons. Yeah, I suspect we will be streaming it because obviously Ben is far more into streaming now than he used to be. And there's the other one. Awesome. Yoink. So I suspect we will. So long as it doesn't cause internet interruptions for the others. That would be the one concern. Like, I know Roach's internet isn't amazing, which is why he's had trouble streaming himself. Alright, are you ready to give in? You are. And I could totally steal some more stuff. I don't know how aggressive to get here. Right, we've just secured Normandy, I believe is what this one is about. Where's the flashy thing? There it is, reconquer Normandy. All provinces in Normandy area owned by France or its tributary subjects. We gain a permanent claim on Brittany, which we've already taken. Subjugate Brittany. Gain permanent claim on everything in Burgundy. And then we need to do Burgundy, which is still a vassal. Probably the next one I'll integrate, though. Oh, there's Aragon moving again. New Pope. Yeah, it's acceptable. Seeing as he's favourable to me. If he's favourable to me, he's acceptable. Alright, we are nearly done with this war. Although, actually, the more that this war continues, the more loot we're getting. So there is that too. I mean, we're making money fairly consistently throughout this. And I see you there, trying to sneak through. Appointing new cardinals. Only my people. And we're back up to 4 cardinals. There still seem to be a lot of people sneaking through the cracks, though. I'm not appreciating this. National decision. Ah, can subjugate. Right, because my overextension's gone right down. then yes, this is something I would like to do. Probably to Burgundy. Yeah, Burgundy is the next wealthiest. So we're going to go ahead and start subjugating Burgundy. Charles II, Duke of Burgundy. 100% chance that they will accept in any of these. Our subject has accepted. He's now a vassal. Good. You're moving here, probably with the intention of marching through. I need to hold this. I need to take it. Hurry up. Only the most select. Zaragoza has fallen. Nope, he ran the opposite direction. No, he hasn't. He's still here. These are hills. Combat width minus 40. Defensiveness goes up. But we're here with a proper army, including artillery support. We outnumber them. Decent enough general, though not my top guy. Or we could wait and... No, we'd have to march into here. Let's do that. Actually, yeah, I'm going to let you march to here because then it's going to be a defensive battle for us. Papal States declared war on Perugia. Okay, let's go. So now we get the terrain bonus. Oh, it's dry land, there's no terrain bonus. At least there's no terrain penalty. And we massively kind of outnumber them. There we go. So Aragon has much worse discipline. And we are crushing... Again, I don't understand why we're this strong. It must just be the massive cavalry superiority. The artillery is helping, but not a huge amount. This is still like early artillery. And they have more discipline. I don't understand why we're this strong. Watch the 90% rebels. Aquitaine. We're not far away, it's here. Yeah, so we're seeing off the entire Aragonese army. That was a crushing victory for us. And they would be willing to give in to all demands. I'm not sure how far I should push them. This is still only causing a tiny bit of overextension. I'm astonished. Alright, we'll keep going. If rebels do spawn, then everywhere except for Gascona has a fort. How do I build my own? Oh, it's a province interaction. I should probably go through and see where it doesn't have forts and start building state ones. Although those then do cost me money. So the ones where there are no forts, is that territory is not owned by an estate? Nope. The estates do control that. Gascona they don't. But like Perche, no fort there. So the blue ones, I believe, are forts owned by the local estates. Although you're actually protected by Guyana, so you don't matter so much. You are actually a lot more open in Perche, and you surround a lot of provinces, so this is actually a pretty good location for a fortification. Especially as we have one there and one there as well. To be considered. Can I steal you? Do you want to steal my coffee cup? I mean, sure, if it was a coffee cup. It's not, it's tea! Tea! The great thing is, it's huge, and it's also really thick, so it keeps the heat really well. It's a good cup. I like this cup. I think I do actually have a second one somewhere. These were the cups that I used to use at university and survived the journey home. MEIOU is indeed a play on the old Habsburg motto. At least that's what Gigau said. Yeah, we are totally going to be able to take this province as well. We just take the whole of Navarra out. Yes. Short answer. We could. Alright then. You have your orders. I could also force Aragon to break their overlordship over Sicily, potentially. No, I can't. That would take 100 war score. Drink tea with milk and splendor. Ugh. Just solid tea on its own. Doesn't need any other embellishments. That's a lie. If I was actually drinking black tea, then I probably would have milk and sugar. But as I was told, this is Earl Grey. But this tastes like a very, very strong Earl Grey. There might be a hint of bergamot in there. Certainly not as good as some of the cups I've had. Where's their army gone? I know I completely nuked it, but I wasn't thinking I completely destroyed it. Also, what's the war exhaustion like? It's reasonable, I guess. In fact, I can get a lot more ticking war score, let alone what I'm taking through conquest. They're the rebels. Hello, rebels. Oh, and you spawned on the legit fort. Oh, have fun sieging that. Oh, hello. I see you now. And Sicily is still like, we got this, we can win. Aragon's like, no, no more, please. Stop it. I am going to take the risky approach here. And reinforce once you're locked in so you don't try to run away. Hopefully we can hold until, yeah, the main army arrives. Good. Coastline, no additional modifiers. And my army just being stronger than theirs allows me to win. I have no idea why this is happening. 115% discipline. Although this is certainly a more costly conflict. They did kill a lot of my cavalry there. Yeah, we have a lot of replenishment to do from that fight. A new religious head. Educated, 20% chance of being zealous, 80 to be a theologian, zealous or loyal servant. I think we're going to go with the most pliant. There's no downside to that at the moment. Who are my allies? Scotland. Just Scotland. It used to be Aragon. Yeah, they're not my ally anymore. And this was totally me backstabbing them. Though they've never actually helped me in a war or anything like that. That would just be being silly. I mostly had Aragon as a counter to Spain. But as I completely schooled them in the last conflict, that's less of a concern. We could probably take another province, yeah. No downsides. This has been an incredible fight. Also, that fort's about to fall. So we need to do this. Chink. Noble levies return. We didn't actually have any noble levies. This was an extremely cheap victory. Marriage to secure the peace. Don't need it. In fact, they are already my dynasty, I believe. Yep, de Valois. We could, well, get them through a marriage in the future. Spoils of war. So now I could piss off everyone by stealing all the money, and that's a lot of money. +1 unrest for 6 years. Morale of armies goes down for 6 years. 15% chance of losing 1 stability. Or we can gain some stability points. We're actually doing fairly well for stability, so I think we're going to give 1/5 to the treasury. We're not going to go overboard. Although actually we totally could. How many rebels were there? 17,000. That's a lot of bad guys. We currently have 14, 19. That's a lot of cavalry and a lot of artillery. That's a lot of artillery. That's why they've sieged that so quickly. Artillery seems to have a pretty big bonus. Manpower levels are still very healthy. I have no real intention of going any more aggressive for a while because I need to rebuild the country. So it's not a huge amount of overextension. Yeah, we're going to go all out. Ka-chink. We did get the stability hit, never mind. And now we're going to have unrest problems, but I'd like to kill the rebels so I can get more autonomy reduction. And I'm going to start building the trade wharf, I think, here. And one more library, university as well. And we're just going to build these wherever they're cheap. So Champagne can have one. I think I'm going to keep the 700 in the bank just in case things do get a little bit out of control. It's not like the money disappears if you take less. That's true. Minimal loot burden. There we go. Our army's got home. They're no longer carrying all the money that they were burdened with. Poor sods. Alright, I am going to turn these forts off. Where's that? Gapanes? It's going to be over here. Yes, it is. Vicenta Castellana, that's also here. Those aren't actually going to fire. And then Maine, which is here. Once they hit 90%, then I'll worry about it again. Will I annex my vassal swarm? I'm working on it, but MEIOU and Taxes, that is a very, very slow process. So right now I'm working on Burgundy. That's Brabant. Where's Burgundy? There's Burgundy. Oh, they're in that bit. They are 17% assimilated. So the way it works is you can have one vassal. Like all the others are not vassals. They're something else. They're vassals, but they're not vassals. You can only work on integrating the vassal. However, to do that, you have to have assimilated them first. And that takes a process of years. So right now they're 17% assimilated. It says it will take 28 years. I can reduce that by 10 years by spending 100 of all monarch points, which I probably will do in a moment. No, I can't because I have no overextension. Oh, you have to have no overextension to do it. So I'm going to have to wait like 29 years before I can actually start integrating them. And then when I start integrating them, that then takes a further amount of time. So yeah, it's a long process. Another plague! Cafe. Where is that? Not somewhere I can see, apparently. I was wondering... Ah, there it is. It was Crimea. It's another way of saying Kaffa.